In Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 19, Solomon wrote, "Wisdom gives strength to the wise man more than 10 rulers who are in a city." It's somewhat ironic that Solomon wrote this when you think about not Solomon, but his son Rehoboam. We learned that after Solomon died, that Rehoboam, his son, became king, and very early in his administration, we see a little bit of this principle that Solomon is writing about here, somewhat acted out, but not really in a positive way. Because when it says that wisdom gives strength to the wise man more than 10 rulers in a city, well, when you think about 10 rulers in a city, that's pretty powerful, but it can be powerful in a good way, or it can be powerful in a bad way. I mean, when you have, of a city, you have the mayor, the city council, the chief of police, and maybe some other leading administration officials. We know that can be a very powerful thing, but is it good or is it bad? And when Rehoboam became king, he sought advice, first of all, from men who had been around when Solomon was still king. They're called the older men, and it was good advice, but Rehoboam chose not to follow it. Instead, the text tells us in 1 Kings chapter 12 that he refused their advice, he refused their counsel, and he turned to what is called the younger men who were his age, and they gave him some counsel that was the very opposite of what the other men had, and it became a disastrous result for Rehoboam's early days in his administration, and really it was what led to the downfall and the splitting and dividing of the whole kingdom. And if Rehoboam had just read what his father had written, that wisdom gives more strength to a wise man than 10 rulers of a city, and if Rehoboam had tried to be that wise man, if Rehoboam had tried to use wisdom for himself rather than relying on really what was the foolishness of other men, it would have turned out very differently, much better, but instead he chose to go the direction that was really foolish. Let's use the wisdom that gives us strength, the wisdom that wise men have.